Hey, this is Dr. Laura Ritchie here. I'm a certified women's health and functional nutrition coach and doctor of physical therapy, and we are talking all about healthy travel tips. And when we're traveling, this is a big thing that comes up for a lot of people. What may come up as a challenge for them when eating healthy or doing a healthy lifestyle is traveling or the holidays, and we have both coming up right now. So I want to give you some tips and tricks of how to prepare for that and just enjoy your holiday season and traveling too. You can definitely eat healthy and be healthy when traveling. It just takes a little bit of preparation. So I'm going to show you my favorite tips for doing that. And one of them, I did a Facebook Live video a couple weeks ago on the road, and we talked about my tips for car trips and what you do, and we bring a little cooler with us. And now we're going to talk about the plane. What do you do when you're in a plane? Can you take a cooler with you? Well, actually you can, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So one of my favorite tips and tricks is this bag here. This is a 6-pack fitness travel fit bag, and it may just look like a really cute purse, right? And it has some nice things. It's got lots of pockets and little places to put your phone. Ladies, if you're like me, I have to have lots of pockets in my things. It's even got on the inside a little area where you can slide a laptop in here and lots of pockets. But this is what's really, really cool about this bag. It's a cooler. So if we open this up, we have little Tupperwares. And I actually forgot to get my Tupperwares out of the refrigerator, but you can put your food in here. I have two that one has granola and one has green apple slices inside of it, and it works really well. So everything is stored here. There are little freezer packs that come with it, and those just slide in right on the top like this. And then there's a big one that can go right in here. And then I always keep some silverware, some napkins there, and you are good to go. You just took meals with you on the airplane, and nobody has to know. You just look like a very stylish lady going through the airport. I've never had a problem with TSA with this. You do have to show them, and they may test the ice packs, but as long as they are frozen solid, no problem. And it's a big misconception that you can't take food. You can take food, you just can't take liquids. So make sure that if you have food, it's awesome. Throw out the water, you can't take the green juice. I was really sad in one of the airports, they took my green juice away. Sad times, and it was a good reminder, but we can take food. And I always take 2 empty ones, because you want to find a Whole Foods in your area or a Chipotle or someplace, and you can put those leftovers in your little Tupperwares and take them around with you so that you always have healthy meals on hand. And this stays cold. It stays cold all day. You want to find a hotel that has a mini fridge has a little freezer so you can freeze your ice packs, or you can make friends with the hotel people and they have a freezer for you and they're happy to freeze things for you. I printed off little labels on my little packs that have my name on them, so when I pick them up from the hotel, they know they're mine. But it's just a really awesome way. I have 2 more in the fridge, but it's got my granola, my apple slices, and then I've got empty ones to have for leftovers, because you may eat at a restaurant. Maybe you go to Whole Foods and you pick up a salad bar and you can't finish it all. Well, you have leftovers and you can carry those around with you, and it's nice to just travel with your food and have healthy options on hand at all times. So that's a little tip or trick. These are, again, this is the 6-pack Travel Fit Fitness. They have backpacks too, guys. So if you don't want a purse, you can get a backpack that has everything for you, and it makes it really simple and nice and easy to have on hand. So this is an awesome option, and we will just slide this out of our way and talk about other options. I love these lunch boxes. Well, I guess they're not a box, but an insulation bag. I got this at Target. I like that it folds up nice and flat. And same thing, you can put your food in here that you may have. You can get a little ice pack. These are cheap at Walmart. I think they're like 50 cents, $1. Again, freeze them so that they're solid, and you just stick it inside with your goodies. So you may have some maybe organic turkey, like non-GMO organic meat, or your fruit, or some veggie slices, some avocado, some holy guacamole little packs, anything like that to have on hand. And then you can just zip it up, throw it in your backpack, and you're good to go. So really simple options to have food on hand. Again, we can take food, just not liquids, on the plane with us. Another option, I got this bag from Amazon, and we actually used this when we went to Disneyland. And people tell me all the time, how do you eat clean at Disneyland? You could totally eat clean at Disneyland. And you know what? It's going to be cheaper because you're going to pay an arm and a leg for stuff, for food at Disneyland, and you can just take your own and have a great time and feel good too. You're not going to have those sugar crashes. So this is a really cool bag. It's got a little zip pocket here. It's got a little mesh part. So this is where we put our organic sunscreen and hats and all that good stuff. And then another little pocket here for you for all your goodies. But this is the main part that we're really excited about. Let's find the zipper here. It is a cooler. The bottom half of this whole backpack is a cooler. And it's a pretty big cooler. So again, you're going to take your ice packs, you're going to put them in here, you're going to have all your delicious, healthy, organic food, and it's here in the backpack, and you're just going to zip it all up, and you have your food with you. No waiting in lines for overpriced food that is not good for us. It's really simple. And there are, I have to brag on Disneyland though, there were a lot of options that were gluten-free and vegan, so look for those ahead of time. And there are options, but we packed our lunch. We ate one meal a day at Disneyland, and then the rest we just brought our own healthy snacks and food, and it was really awesome and convenient. So look for these options. You can travel with these. The backpack, the purse, just having your own little insulated cooler with you. This is how we eat healthy on the road. We plan ahead, and it makes all the difference in the world. So let me slide this way. And we have this microphone here, so you have to be careful with how much space we have. But other healthy snack options and things to do when you're traveling. I really like these sea snacks. They're a great source of iodine. They're really convenient to throw in your bag, and these don't have to be refrigerated. You could do some healthy fats. So these are just raw, plain almonds. And I got these at Trader Joe's. They come in a big package. And these are so convenient. Again, just throw them in your bag, throw them in your pocket. Lots of healthy fats and protein in here, so it makes it very simple and convenient. You could do, Artisana has some raw nut butters. And this is a really great option too that is simple and convenient, and you can just throw them into your bag, into your purse to have on hand. Whenever I go to Panera Bread, they do have some good salads, and they do have a gluten-free menu. They have this California olive oil. The only ingredients are just extra virgin olive oil. So this is an option because you guys, sometimes you're not gonna be able to find salad dressing, or often salad dressing can be a gluten bomb, a dairy bomb, or a sugar bomb. So just having some olive oil on hand, you'd be surprised how many restaurants don't have this, and it's just a nice convenient option for healthy fat. Put that on your salad with some fresh lemon and you're good to go. If you do beef jerky, always get organic and make sure that it's gluten-free, because sometimes they can have soy or something else in there. So Epic is a nice one. If you do meat, again, just having a nice piece of organic fruit or some vegetables on hand can be really convenient. You can throw them in your bag, but these are all great options when you travel as well to just have on hand that doesn't have to be kept in the cooler. But I keep these in my bag, and then I also have stuff that is kept in the cooler too, which is just really convenient and it makes it easy. We'll keep going down the line here because I've got lots of stuff to show you. So all of our electronics, and here's some things, random miscellaneous, to just make your life happier when you're traveling, right? Because traveling can be a little stressful sometimes, especially around the holidays. I keep a little bag of bobby pins and little hair bands and things on hand, and it's just in my purse because you never know when your ponytail holder is going to break or when you're having a little bit of a crazy hair day from traveling, and this is a nice option to just pin it up. Any other curly girls out there that have this problem, you understand what I'm talking about, but this is just a good little tip. I always keep earplugs with me. This was a cute little thing that I found, where did I get this? The Container Store. But I just have my earplugs in here, and I typically tend to put earplugs in on the plane. I'm very sensitive to loud noises, so I put earplugs in as soon as I get on the plane, and it just makes it like a nice, more calming oasis, because how many times does the pilot or the flight attendants get on there. It's super loud and it just is a lot for me. So earplugs while I'm traveling helps me a lot to stay grounded. And here's a really nice charger. This I got off Amazon. It's this easy access, and it's nice for USB ports so you can charge multiple things. And if you're in your hotel room, you don't have to like worry when there's only 2 chargers or 2 outlets. You can easily charge all of the things that you need with this. I also travel with an extension cord because you never know, again, that one outlet may be way in the corner behind in the back, and an extension cord can be really helpful for plugging in your laptop or any of those things too. I always carry a phone charger, a little battery pack, and have that on hand and charge up because, again, you never know when you're traveling when there's going to be a delay, when something may happen and you don't want your phone to run out. Maybe you need to call somebody to pick you up. So this is a nice option. Headphones are a must to take with you. And then I have my Kindle with all of my books. I love to read when I'm traveling, so that's an option too. And I keep all of my chargers for my electronics in a bag together so that I know where they are, they don't get lost. I always take a couple extra batteries too, because you never know when your batteries are gonna die. So I just plan ahead for that when I am traveling. Just like we are with our healthy snacks, right? Again, you don't know when you're gonna get stuck on the runway for an hour or 2 hours, or your flight gets delayed. So you have healthy options with you at all times that you plan ahead for. Let's talk essential oils and traveling, because those of you that know me know that I love my essential oils. There are these really cute little keychains, and you can take your oils with you. It makes it really nice and convenient. These are smaller drams. They hold about 40 drops. So this is a nice option to just have your oils on hand. I've never had a problem taking oils with me or through security. Never had a problem. I do put them in the clear quart container bag. So I just pop all these out, stick them all in the bag to fill it up, and then after I go through security, I put them back in my cute little keychain. But it's just nice to have these on hand because you never know when you're going to need some oils to support you. So some of my favorite ones to travel with, I made a roller of DigestZen. DigestZen is the digestive supportive blend. You guys know when you're traveling, like sometimes you may eat something and get an upset stomach, or sometimes maybe you get motion sick. Maybe you don't do well reading on a plane or when traveling. This really works. So you can apply it right over your tummy, behind your ears. You can inhale it. DigestZen, peppermint, they're really great for if you start to feel a little when you're traveling. Really great ones to have on hand. In my little quart-sized bag, I've got a couple goodies here. So I always carry my On Guard hand spray that I made. So it's just On Guard and water. On Guard's a protective blend. It is just great because, guys, yeah, like right when you get on a plane and the person next to you is coughing and like I get this out, I spray my hands before I eat to wash it, and this is nice. It's not gonna dry you out like those alcohol hand sanitizers are. Spritz down your tray table, spritz down your armrests, and even when you're in the hotel, I spritz down the phones, anything I'm gonna touch, the doorknobs, any of that jazz, because yeah, you never know, and it's just a natural way to support your immune system when you fly, and we all need more support for our immune system when we fly. Other things in here, I make my own foaming hand soap. So all that's in here is just some castor oil soap, some fractionated coconut oil, a couple drops of On Guard, and water. Because, well, you guys have seen the FDA is now talking about antibacterial hand soap, and that stuff is everywhere and in the bathroom, so I just carry my own soap with me. Makes life much easier, and I'm supporting my immune system at the same time without all of those nasties in the soap. Other things that I like to take, X-Clear, It can be good to clean out your nasal passages and just to support your system, especially with all those pressure changes. It's a nice thing to have on hand. I also like to have Rescue Remedy. We know that traveling can be stressful, and this is just a great way to support ourselves with that. You just put a couple drops under your tongue and you're good to go. Again, all this is going in my quart-sized liquid bag, so I have no problem. I just pull it out when I go through security. I like willow fern. This is just something that supports me if I may happen to get a headache or have some kind of aches or pains or discomfort. Arnica is a great homeopathic too. It's really supportive with swelling or bruising, and you never know when you may be in a situation or, bump your leg or something like that. This is another nice homeopathic to travel with. I've got some oils. In Tune is my focus oil. And it's just nice to have on hand. I like to put it on if I'm doing any kind of presentation or studying or something where I need a little support with focus. Clary Calm, this is the monthly blend for women. This is super, super helpful. If it is that type of the month and you are having cramps or discomfort, this saves me, guys. It's such a great one to have on hand. You just roll it right over the lower abdomen, over the uterus, over the ovaries, wherever you need it. It's really, really supportive. Past tense. You guys, I don't leave home without my past tense. This is a blend, and this is the big, big guns if you are having headaches, and you've all been there. The sensitivity to light and sound and your head is just killing you. Past tense is the big guns. Typically, peppermint works great for headaches, but past tense is the go-to, and you never know with traveling, right? Stressful things can happen, our flights can get delayed, something may come on, and it's just nice to have these on hand to support yourself whenever you need to. With that, I take an empty bottle, and this is an empty bottle of frankincense, and I use frankincense because it's an enhancer oil, but I just fill it with fractionated coconut oil. And this is just nice to have on hand to, like lotion for your hands. You could put some coconut oil on if you need to dilute any of your oils. This is just a quick and easy way to have that on hand at all times. My chapstick, I'm a chapstick girl. I gotta have some chapstick with me whenever I travel. I made a little natural stain remover. This is just the On Guard laundry detergent in water. Again, you never know if you're going to spill something on you or have something on your shirt, and this is just really convenient. It's a roller, so you just roll it onto your clothes or whatever you need to when you travel. And some Correct-X. This is kind of a natural neosporin, so if you have any cuts or scrapes, it also works as a good chapstick. It's just a really nice thing to have on hand because you never know. You never know when you're going to get a paper cut or scrape or something when you're traveling. And then I've got my vitamin D3 in liquid form. And in times of travel, in times of immune support, in times of stress, you can even up this a little bit, just like with your vitamin C. So it's important to take our supplements with us too whenever we're traveling. But that's what goes in my bag. And then I always take my supplements with me too. This is a supplement case from doTERRA, but you could get some. They have all kinds of different ones. I like this one because it's soft, it's flexible, it's got the days listed, it's really convenient. I don't know about you guys, but some of those hard plastic ones, it's just hard to pop those out. It's hard on your fingers. So these are nice. You can pull different ones out really simply. You can open it up and get what you need out. And it's just made my life easier. So whatever kind of supplement case works for you, use that. But I take my multivitamin, my vitamin C, my pantothenic acid. I also do probiotic, and then I'm on some WP thyroid, and I take all of that and just pack it up, and it just makes it really, really easy. So this was one of my favorite carry cases that I found. And guys, take your supplements in your carry-on bag. Do not check these, because if your luggage gets lost or something happens, you want to have these with you at all times. So these are things that are with me at all times that we're talking about. I don't put these in my check bag. I put them in my carry-on, and I'll show you what I use as a carry-on here in just a bit. So I like to pack teas and some magnesium. So there's Natural Calm magnesium. Magnesium is important, and sometimes when we're traveling, we can get constipated or have issues, or just, again, help support yourself in times of stress. And magnesium is really great for that. So you can use Natural Calm, put it in some water and drink that before you go to bed, or whenever you need a little bit of support. I like teas. Traditional medicinals is a pretty clean tea. Some ginger can be nice and supportive of your tummy. Some licorice root can be nice and supportive of the adrenals. Tazo tea can be nice too. And what I do is when I go to the airport, if there's a Starbucks, and usually there's a Starbucks at the airport, I just ask for a hot water. Oftentimes they do not charge you for this. If they do, sometimes it's like a quarter or 50 cents, and you can have a big thing of hot water and have a nice decaf herbal tea to support you, which is really calming and soothing, and it's cozy, and it can just be a nice way to practice some self-care when you're traveling for you. And a bedtime tea. Pack some bedtime tea too, because sometimes it can be hard to sleep when you're on the road or in the hotel or you're in a new place. I have some chamomile tea in here too, so all my teas just stay in a little baggie, and I have them to support me. I really love this supplement. This is the On Guard Plus Protective Blend Soft Gels, and I take a couple of these a day or two before I travel and then when I travel, because you just never know, and it's just a great way to support your immune system, especially this time of year, especially as we're going into fall and people tend to get under the weather. I like to take that. There are also these little beadlets. They look like little chapsticks, and they're really, really convenient to take with you when you travel too. So there's 1/4 of a drop of oil in each one. There's peppermint and there's On Guard. So I think of these as like natural Altoids. You can use them to support, like just freshen your breath up if you want, but I don't know if you guys can see how teeny tiny these are. They're little bitty, but 1/4 of a drop of the oil in here. You can put it in your mouth, you can break it. I'll do that now. And it tastes like On Guard. On Guard has cinnamon and clove, and to me it tastes like a cinnamon Altoid. Or you could break it to get the oil. So say, for example, you're having a headache, you could take one of these internally, you could take the peppermint beadlet, or you could just break it and rub it where you need the oil. Very, very convenient to have in your bag and doesn't take up a lot of space. So, ways to support ourselves while traveling. Let's talk about other things that we can bring. Actually, let's go back here. I always take a pillow with me, and I always look for a neck pillow to support me on the plane if I need to rest, or I actually sleep with this at the hotel sometimes because sometimes I don't like the pillow. Always look for one that has the button that can clasp shut, because you can easily just save your space and put that around, and then you're good to go. Or sometimes I clip it onto this part of a backpack, but it just makes it really convenient and it saves space. So I love having a pillow. Again, that's another form of self-care for me. This is actually a backpack that I use. This is my carry-on backpack. It has wheels, and that just makes it really helpful for me. I don't want to have to carry all of this stuff around on my back. So it has wheels, it has several pockets and compartments. It's got little pockets for water. So I usually will, if I can find a clean green juice, put a green juice in here. And as soon as I go through security, I find some clean water. What I do is I find I always carry like a stainless steel water container. Hydration, so important when you travel. So get that water, put it in a stainless steel container. It'll keep it nice and cool, and then you can just travel. I put a little clip on mine. I usually look for ones that have like a keychain so I can clip it to my bag if I need to. And I'm also a little fearful that it could accidentally fall right out of this little pocket here. So this little clip, I clip it to the part here, to the zipper, and then it's just going to stay with me and I don't have to worry about it falling out, but it's super convenient. There's a little spot here, there's a little pocket for your laptop. All of this stuff goes in here. We're zipped up. I've got my food, I've got my supplements, I've got my water, and this fits below the seat in front of you. So when you have to put everything underneath your feet, you got it here. And throughout the flight, if you need anything, if you need your supplements, if you need snacks, if you need oils, if you need water, you got it. And it's right here, right in front of you that you can grab anytime you need. It's not in that overhead compartment. You don't have to ask 2 people to move to get your stuff. Really, really simple and easy. So that's what I do for carry-on. Let's see. We'll play limbo here with the mic. Let's talk about other things that we can pack. So I like to have a clean protein powder on hand because let's face it, guys, those hotel breakfast bars, there's usually like not a lot that you can eat there. They're usually gluten, dairy, sugar bombs. So having a clean protein powder is helpful. And then I've got my water, especially if you're in the airport and you need something, you're running on low. So I put this in my carry-on, just a little shaker bottle. And it's got the little ball in here, and you just add your protein powder and your water, whatever you need, and you can shake it up. Have some almond butter so you're getting fat. So we've got some protein and some fat and some fiber in here from the protein powder, and any clean powder will do. This is Thorne's MediClear. I put them in little baggies so that it's really convenient. It's not going to take up space. And then I can roll up the bags and save them and reuse them later once they're empty. But I just dump this out, add in my water, and I'm good to go with this. Same thing with a green powder. Right now, the green powder that I'm using is Organifi, but any kind of clean green powder will do. And I have them in little packets, and I'll make my own green juice. And then oftentimes to green juices or my protein powder, I will add some collagen powder. So collagen can be really supportive of healthy nails and hair and joints. And I'm using it now to support my hips. And I have little packets for this so that I can add it to protein shakes. I can add it to my green juice, whatever I need for that. So putting them in little packets, just get a little funnel, take the scoop, put it in the bags. I get these little baggies from Hobby Lobby. Any kind of craft store will have the small bags. And then it's simple and easy. You can reuse them, which works really, really well. Let's see. It's always good to carry some extra plastic silverware and napkins and things with you. You never know when something's going to spill and you need napkins on hand or silverware. It's just a helpful thing to have in your bag. And then I like these paleo wraps. These are really nice. Oftentimes I'll travel with some organic lunch meat. I'll put them in my cooler and I can make my own little sandwich with this and put some organic turkey and maybe some greens and some guacamole and roll it up in here. These are grain-free. It's just coconut. You could also put some almond butter in here and roll it up, and it's like a healthy, upgraded peanut butter sandwich, kind of, a wrap. So these are nice and really convenient to have when you're traveling. And let's talk about some things to just support us. Guys, Deep Blue, this is what's helping me with my hips right now. I cannot tell you how much I love Deep Blue Rub. It's just really supportive for any kind of aches or pains or discomforts that you have. And sometimes that happens when we travel, right? We may sleep and get a crick in our neck, or maybe our feet are tired because we've been walking for so long, or we've been sitting on the plane for several hours. So this is really handy. This is so, so nice to just rub and apply wherever you need it. And let's talk about sleep, because sleep is so, so important for our health in general. I always travel with some fuzzy slippers. These are Snoozies, and they're maybe around $12, $13 on Amazon. They're really soft, and it's just a comfort thing for me to have my feet that are warm because I usually have cold hands and feet. So this is an option that you guys can grab these. I always like to travel with them. It just makes me feel cozy in a hotel room. I also take my amber glasses, and these help to block that blue light, which disrupts our melatonin production. So we can put these on. I know I'm looking really, really fly right now, right, guys? Are you digging this? Thumbs up if you're digging this. But yeah, this can be really helpful. So if you're going to read or work on your computer or just supporting your body when you travel, I take some of these with me and put them on when the sun goes down to help support you that way. And it's fun. People don't know if you're going to read or operate heavy machinery, but you can talk to them about melatonin and their sleep with this. Serotonin, I'm sorry, not serotonin. So this is Serenity. I was thinking melatonin. So this could be an option to use instead of melatonin. And this is the Restful Complex. They just came out with this. It has lavender, L-theanine, which is an amino acid, some lemon balm, passion flower, and German chamomile. And you can take 2 of these, and this is just a natural way to support your sleep, which could be really helpful when traveling. So again, something to think about. I always take some earplugs. Guys, you never know in a hotel room. They may be having a party or something going on down the hall or being really noisy. You may be by the elevator or the ice machine or something. So get some earplugs to really block out the sound to help with that restful sleep and optimize sleep. And again, I keep some in my check bag and some in my carry-on bag because I do wear earplugs on the plane too. Having an eye mask, same thing. I have an eye mask in my check and in my carry-on bag, both places, because sometimes I want to sleep on the plane and I've got my eye mask, my earplugs, and my pillow. And this for sleeping at the hotel. I think I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond. Take your coupon, but it's great. You want it dark, dark cave with this. And I really like this little travel diffuser. This I got on Amazon. So if you want to diffuse oils to support you with different things, it's a USB port to plug in. So you can plug this into your laptop. You can plug it in wherever you need to. It'll run for about 2 hours. So this is a nice option if you want to diffuse some oils to support you to help with sleep. You could diffuse lavender. You could diffuse Serenity. If you need some respiratory support, maybe you are like coughing, you could diffuse some Breathe, maybe you could diffuse some On Guard just in the hotel room when you get there because you want to support your immune system and you've been traveling. That's a great option. I also carry, this goes in my check bag. I don't take this on my carry-on, but it's all of my oils. So I have them all on hand because again, you never know when you need it. It's just, this was a case that I got from Aroma Tools. Very, very helpful. And then last but not least, you never know when the weather's gonna change, and here's a really cool coat. This is a coat that I got off of JCPenney's, and I like that it folds up into really nice compact compartment here. And because you never know when it's gonna rain, when it's gonna turn cold, maybe you need maybe you're cold on the plane and you need something like a blanket. So this can work for a little bit of everything. I like that it has a hood. It's really lightweight, but it is still warm. And you could use it as a blanket on the plane when you're sleeping, or have that on hand as needed too. So all great options. And I typically always travel with layers. I usually have a scarf on. I will put oils in the scarf, kind of as my own diffuser. Can be a nice thing to have on hand. I usually will travel with layers with a little vest like this, or a sweater, something with pockets, so I can put things in my pockets as well. But that is what I do when I fly. I hope that was helpful. Unless you guys have any other questions, I'll pop off, but I just wanted to give you some tips. It is totally doable to travel and be healthy and support yourself, and I've showed you a lot of different ways to do that, but it just takes some practice and some planning, and you got this. So comment below, let me know what you found helpful in this video. Let me know if there was one tip that was really, really great that you want to implement, and I hope this helps you as we travel into the holiday season. And just remember that it's just these small changes over time that are consistent. So have a great Sunday, guys. Bye.